Good morning and welcome to this press conference with the Oskaloosa School District, Eddyville, Blakesburg, and Fremont School District, North Mahaska, the YMCA, and also William Penn University. We're going to give some quick updates on the steps that they're taking for their students and individuals. So with that, we'll kick it off.
All right, I'm Nick Rule. I'm the Director of Athletics at William Penn University. Just a quick update and overview from what's going on our campus. Recreational facilities are closed. Our campus offices are still open. We have postponed or canceled all external events and events that are not meeting CDC guidelines. Our athletic contests are all also canceled through the NAIA and just our governing bodies for the spring season. Right now we are not allowing tours, but we are allowing small prospective student visits. Again, meeting those CDC guidelines, that's still an option. Again, we're using CDC guidelines for screening, much like when we came in today. We were screened by the hospital staff. Those same type of questions are being asked to any visitors that are looking to come during this time. But with that being said, a lot of our prospective visits and upcoming visits have been postponed just by those families as this thing continues nationwide. As far as our delivery for education, we have a remote delivery option that is available to our students. We have been providing that. That first day is today. Our faculty have worked very diligently over the last 2 days with 2 in-service days to fully go to that remote option. There are still students on campus and in the community, and there is an option for our students to meet with the professors with those classes if those professors deem necessary, and open to that, again meeting those CDC guidelines as far as the amount of people. Now we do still have a small population of students on campus and in the community. To many of those students, Oskaloosa is their home. They work in this community at several of our businesses, and this is their home away from home or their home. So there is still a small population in the community, and we have continued to communicate with them on ways to continue to have good hygiene and do the things necessary that the CDC has provided us in order to continue to be healthy. And so that's the update from William Penn University and where we're at.
I'm Angela Livesey, Elementary Principal Superintendent of North Mahaska Schools. And for the schools, we have an emergency response plan that we're following. In addition, the governor's recommendations and the recommendations from Iowa Department of Public Health and the CDC take precedence over that plan. As you know, the schools are closed for 4 weeks in the area at the recommendation of Governor Reynolds. And we are really in uncharted territories, but responding with student safety and health as paramount. Some questions that we anticipate public may have in regard to the school district. One would be, how does learning continue to take place? The Department of Education has done a good job of meeting with superintendents on a daily basis to update them and provide guidance regarding continuation of learning for students. The guidance that they put out says districts and accredited non-public schools may choose to use online learning options, but may not require student participation. We have responded for North Mahaska students by asking all of our staff members to put together learning resources for our students through a newsletter. We'll upload all those newsletters online on our district website. Those will be available on Friday. I've reviewed teacher newsletters, and there's some really great learning opportunities out there that parents can take advantage of with their students. Beyond that, we know that there's lots of learning that takes place outside the classroom, so we really urge our families to use this time in a positive manner to teach your child a new skill, to continue to bond with them, to get them outside to play, to help keep their daily routine at home as much as possible throughout these times to eliminate any stress that the families may be feeling. Additionally, one of the things that we would like to get out there and help families with is school lunches. The state has allowed for a grab and go and drop off at various sites. So North Mahaska will be offering school lunches starting this Friday, and parents may sign up for lunches online through our district website. We have a Google form, and you need to be signed up by 6 o'clock tonight for lunches on Friday. And then thereafter, For lunches for the remaining weeks, you need to be signed up by 6 p.m. of Sunday of each night. We'll make one drop at various locations in the community, and we're going to try to drop the meals for the whole week. The drop-off locations for meals will be Lacey Church at 11:15 on Friday, and then again each following Monday. New Sharon City Park Shelter at 11:30 on Friday, and then again each following Monday. Russell Wildlife Pickup at 11:30 on Friday and each following Monday. Barn City Post Office again on Friday and each following Monday at noon, and then Tanner Church at noon. It's important to us that we continue to provide meals for students. Anyone age 18 or under may sign up and take advantage of this. Additionally, questions that have come in, what about Iowa assessments? The state right now has provided districts with some guidance. We're on hold at this time. They're looking to provide a 1-year waiver. Although we're not certain of the outcome of that yet, we're still waiting for their guidance. We'll update our patrons as soon as we know the information. Additionally, all the activities of the district are canceled for now through this 4-week period. So we have parents asking questions about, well, what about prom? What about graduation? There's been no determination on prom or graduation. We'll make a determination on those events as we know more. At this time, we do know that the CDC guidance is 8 weeks, limiting people to gatherings of 10 or fewer. So obviously that's going to impact the prom if that recommendation continues. So again, watch our website, stay tuned for information to come out in regard to decisions on those. We'll keep you updated as much as we possibly can. Also listed on our website is a frequently asked questions document where parents can go to and we've anticipated some of the questions you may have and have provided guidance. Should you have any further questions, you may email district staff. All of our email addresses are on our staff website. We just want to reassure our families we're taking every step that we possibly can to help support students and families during these times. And as we continue to move forward, we'll keep you updated as much as we possibly can. Thank you.
My name is Mark Scholes. I'm the principal at Oskaloosa Middle School. I'm speaking on behalf of the Oskaloosa Community School District this morning. To piggyback a lot off of what Ms. Livesey has talked about already from the North Mahaska School District, we also are postponing all classes until April 13th at this time, and we will have further information as that develops. Some of the most frequently asked questions pertaining to our school district from a parent standpoint can be found on our school district's website. In response to prom and graduation, all those answers can be obtained there. At this time, I can tell you that prom has been postponed. Graduation is still scheduled, but please wait for further directions on that as more information develops. As far as coming into our school buildings during this school closure period of time, we will allow for parents or guardians and students to come in on Monday, March 23rd, between the hours of 7:30 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. to pick up school materials, Chromebooks, coats, and medication. I would like to say that if a person is planning to come in to get medication, it has to be a parent or guardian to obtain that material. And once they obtain it, they will have to sign for it, acknowledging that they have received that successfully. As far as lunch distribution is concerned, we will be delivering school meals for all those that sign up through the Google form that was provided district-wide through the email that Superintendent Wright issued yesterday. The Google form will indicate that you'll be able to pick up or have meals dropped off via bus at various bus drop-off zones on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of each week, starting on Monday the 23rd and concluding on Wednesday, April 8th. At the time that the meals are delivered, 2 meals will be provided within that setting when it is dropped off. I'd like to acknowledge all and thank all the volunteers that have already signed up to help with meal assembly and distribution via the bus routes that will be followed. And Also, would like to talk a little bit more about the online learning for students during this hiatus. Also, to piggyback off of what Ms. Livesey has said from the North Mahaska School District, the guidance from the Department of Ed has been clear that unless you can provide online options to all students, you cannot require online learning. You can provide ideas, packets, websites, opportunities, and whatnot for students, but you cannot grade it or require it in any way or capacity. It cannot be considered part of the course requirements. Parents and students are going to need something to do during the school closure, so please know that our teachers will be putting stuff out there to offer, but they will not be requiring that material to be graded or turned in any capacity. Again, we'd like to thank everybody for their patience during this time. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact the various buildings in our school district. Building principals will be more than happy to help answer questions the best that we can. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Heather Severson. I'm the Public Information Officer for Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont Community School District. And I think Mark and Angela have covered a lot of the information I was going to talk about this morning, but I would like to fill you in on just a few things, initiatives that EBF is doing at this point in time. As you know, our school is also closed. All buildings and activities are suspended for the next 4 weeks. Upon that April 12th date, we will listen to the governor's recommendations and and review those at that point in time in regards to what activities will remain scheduled or will have to be altered after that date. We will continue to keep our families updated via all of our channels, including email, Facebook pages, and our website. So I advocate strongly that you watch those channels for additional information as it comes out. I'd like to take just a second to talk about our meal delivery and our learning initiatives at this point in time. We're very excited. Our meal delivery begins this Friday. We've had some volunteers step up out of our staff to start putting those meals together Friday morning in each building. And a number of our families are taking advantage of that. I will say if you would like to opt out of that program, please notify your school building via email or phone message today by noon. This is available to all district families for free. And what we will be doing is we will be sending our buses out on Friday and delivering those to each family in our district who is not opted out. Meals will be consisting of 5 days worth of food, so it will be intended to get a family through the week and will come out each Friday as a delivery. Open enrolled students, that's been a question that's been frequently asked in the district. We will be dropping off to those drop points where our buses usually pick up and drop off children for open enrollment. If you don't know your drop points, I will be putting an email out on Thursday giving you approximate times and the drop points for those families to pick up a meal. Another thing that we're very, very excited about is our learning initiatives at EBF. I had the opportunity to sit in on the high school video conference yesterday and got to watch 38 teachers Zoom in via Google Hangouts, and I saw a lot of positive energy and a lot of go-get-em attitude out of these teachers to create a learning platform for high school kids, junior high and high school kids that will help them to have learning opportunities while they're at home. That will be coming online on Thursday. I will be sending email out to students today in terms of how that will work. There is a schedule, a weekly schedule of whether or not it'll be a live class or whether or not it'll be just a check-in. Students can refer to their emails. In addition, an email was sent to families last night advising them of that platform and how it works. One thing that I do want to say is if you have difficulty or do not have internet, please call your high school office or email Steve Noble, our high school principal, and he will assist you in recommendations on how to get, we've got some free internet options out there right now that some companies have put out, and some other options that we can help you with. And again, as Mark said, that learning is not required. by the state, and nor will there be a consequence if students are unable to participate. But if the kids can, we highly recommend that they log in and take advantage of these learning opportunities. At the PK6, I'm equally as excited. The teachers have done a really great job. They're at home, stepping up, sending in their lesson plans. On Friday, we will be mailing a packet to everyone in the PK6 elementaries at EBF in regards to enrichment during this time. In addition to that, there will be a letter that gives recommendations how to use this packet. We will also be sending out links to student learning throughout this closure that your students can use in terms of apps or educational websites that the kids are already familiar with that they can access to continue to enrich their learning so that they don't have that slide or that gap while we're out of school. Our teachers also have taken it upon themselves, and this is kind of a neat thing to watch too. There's a lot of momentum to continue education for our kids right now in the district. Several of our teachers have gone to YouTube, creating videos of them reading or presenting a lesson. So I can send those links out as well to families. So again, watch your email and Facebook for additional information in regard to that. I'd like to take just a second and thank you as families. Your support in the district and your patience is very, very much appreciated at this time. We are in uncharted territories, and I think everyone is doing the best that they can to make the best of an ongoing, very fluid situation. And we will keep you updated of any changes as they come around. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Matt Larson, CEO of the Mahaska County YMCA. Giving you an update of where we stand in our service to the community. As of yesterday at 12 p.m., the governor's office required all fitness facilities to close their doors at that time and not to reopen at least until March 31st. We are currently complying with that. And the YMCA facilities and programs are closed. What was not included in that is licensed childcare. The YMCA's licensed childcare facilities in Oskaloosa are currently open. That includes our Kids Corner location as well as the Webster School location as well. Currently at this time, we are working with our staff and those parents currently utilizing our services about what will transpire moving forward the next week. What that means is we are organizing our team to respond to the community need for licensed childcare, and at this time the YMCA is continuing to work towards being open and providing that childcare for those in the community. Ideally, we are working towards providing the childcare for those in the essential services. We want to earmark availability to our hospital, nurses, police, fire, and other emergency services personnel that are required to keep in service our community. We look for our staff to continue to support that as long as staffing is dependent. We are working with the Oskaloosa School District to help with avenues for food and supporting their efforts to getting food out to the community. Both the YMCA and the Webster location are current locations for bus stops for the Oskaloosa School District food distribution. And the YMCA continues to provide the child care following all of the newest guidelines with temperature checks, with sanitation, and disinfecting at those locations. For future information, you can check our website, mahaskaymca.org, for all sorts of updates on what we were doing, as well as how to get in touch with our licensed child care director. Best location would be to call our Kids Corner location and ask for Megan if you are in need of child care starting next week. We will run, at this time, child care on a weekly basis and able to work with those in need. Our intent at this time is to follow the government standards of Iowa, which would be to stay closed until March 31st. So at this time, we are working towards opening our doors on April 1st, all contingent on what is required of us by the state and federal government levels. I think that's what we have now for our update. So I'll turn it back over for anybody else who had any future responses.
I just have one additional update. William Penn University has a page on our website dealing with the COVID-19 virus and the pertinent updates. So I would just continue to check that for updates from the university. And just on remote delivery options, those are scheduled through that 4-week period. And at this time, we have plans to return to a traditional learning environment once that 4-week period ends. On-campus students, there's the dining hall remains open for students to pick up meals, again, following the governor's recommendations. And one thing I just want to say, I've been really impressed with the communication and coordination from the county, citywide, and then really the leadership here from Mahaska Health to serve as a resource to cultivating an environment where proper and accurate information can be disseminated to our community. I think that's really important during this time where there's a lot of people that are very stressed. And so I think things like this are really, really important for our community, and we really appreciate MHP continuing to provide that service.
And I would echo that. Thank you.
And on behalf of Mahaska Health, we are very thankful for our schools, the Y, for their continued support of the community, and we look forward to partnering down the road as well.